I'm trying to think of how to, like, successfully organize this in somebody's, like, piece of shit, like, we're nobodies. To discuss with the majority of the we're nobodies, which is where I actually live and have, and nobody gives a shit about God, star God, ancient God, whatever. So here's the thing. For all of you that went to pubic school like I did, and don't know anything because everything you learn is doesn't mean anything. It doesn't help you get anywhere in life. Right, you take like an economics class and it's like, yeah, okay, so it's macro and it's micro, and then there's the guy who writes the checks at the bank, and you're like, you leave, you're like, wait, but that doesn't make sense. Right. Yeah, no, apparently I'm the only one who says that. Everybody else was like, wait, hold on, I gotta get my pen, oh my god. What'd she say? Macro, MACRO, okay, and then what happened with that one? It's like, what? Fucking morons. Alright, so that's what public and pubic school looks like in fucking Sesame Street, New York, in your melting pot of shit bags, because you all forgot to flush the fucking toilet. So now that we're all pieces of trash, whether it be white, black, caramel, or ashy, and we're a new version of classy, where the blacks only complain about black people in cages and jails, and it's the white man that's really bad, put him there. Yeah, okay. Last time I checked, you have a very high ratio of very highly paid employees on sports events. Did you ever think to maybe check with them to help out your poor derelict ass that's living quite like mine, where we have to, like, do our laundry, we don't have enough money for, like, I don't know, soap sometimes, or, like, the water bill, the heat turns off. I've had the heat turn off a couple of times with Alexander. Yeah, he's a star god also. Yeah, see, the rest of you, I have to protect. Yeah, I know, you're the lower denominator, and then I'm the higher denominator, for sure. That's how I was born in Zodiac and Numeracies, right? You've heard there's a bloodline of Christ. You heard the Christ, right? Yeah, okay, great. So that would be me in that scenario. There would be a Julius Caesar. Yes, that would. Drusilla, right? Oh my God, there's a lot of things we could say. I know you guys have heard it in the background, but didn't just greased right over your head. They kind of do that when you're buying Doritos, Cheetos, soda, smoking cigarettes, buying cars, buying metro tickets, right? Yeah, we're paying taxes, right? It's kind of how they, like, we don't matter, right? Yeah, we got that. I know, yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. For all those people, how I've been living, my parents before me, my grandparents before me, well, there are actually, I heard through the grapevine that at some point there was a Romanov czar in Russia. Imagine that, like early 1900s. Yeah. Then there's a queen. I've said they died, right? And so there's nothing anywhere that's royal except for Elizabeth. Elizabeth, Philip, Charles, and now two pieces of shit, William and Harry. Great. So there's one royal family now, and they live in something called United Kingdom. They're not allowed to call because they're not kings. They're not star kings. They're not the bloodline of Christ. Right. But for some reason, Elizabeth and Scotland, yeah, Scotty, Westies, what's going on with you guys? Why would you give Elizabeth the almighty, like, stone of destiny, or like whatever that's extra special for God and extraterrestrials, which is what I am, right, and my family before me? Why would you lend them the stone for her fat ass to coronate and, in fact, like, condemn the rest of white, black, caramel, and ashy to a long, painful, cancerous death, and to lose your programming as humans and eventually just disappear completely, like you're going extinct and you don't even know it, and you don't even have the fucking wherewithal to try to, like, fight and, like, claw your way back to, like, survival. That's how fucking stupid this version of human is. Right, okay, so there's one royal, and it's a royal pain in the fucking ass, and then there's zero princes. There's a Prince William, Harry, and Charles. They all need to be executed. There's no Prince Andrew. There's no Prince, I don't know, whatever is in like the Morocco or whatever area. There is no country. There's no identity. There's no names that matter. There's just a whole bunch of letters. Look at this. Here we go. Ready? Here's the moosey buttons. Ready? For everybody who is stupid and went to pubic school like myself. Ready? Okay, here we go. This is what anything that thought it was royal and woke up with a pedigree, that's what they look like to the rest of us. Oh, you didn't catch the names? Yeah, we didn't either. Nobody, they decided not to inform us what your name was and where you lived. So you don't exist in actuality, reality, and to every extraterrestrial and the universal science system that only follows my life and Niklaus's life. Great. Okay, so I have to protect a whole lot of, like, people. I don't know. Some of them you put in cages. Some of them you may pay taxes. Some of them are being killed by, like, other, I don't know. Then we've got a whole lot of Polynesians that are running around driving all sorts of shiny things, and they are like the Down syndrome, like the mental hospital let out, made them slightly smarter, but they got more criminally insane, and I've got really loud people telling me I'm racist and bad. Oh, yeah, it is like a fucking shit show like no other. So here's the thing. I know there's a couple of guys, right? I met some of them, like through like things like, yeah, I'm in the service, like, right, USA, right? I see them waving flags, eating hot dogs on 4th of July. Great, those guys. So here's the thing. You want some truth? I'll give you truth. There's, in America, we learned about a Queen Elizabeth, a Charles. Charles had 2 fucking kids. I don't know why anybody let that happen. They couldn't fucking kill him in the face, like, before he had 2 more problems that then we inherit. So now you guys like guns. I heard it, I don't know, in the roundabout, like, NRA, like, and you guys go out and you shoot things, right? I know that you have like a certain number of hours, like a pilot. Like a pilot has to like fly for so many hours before he's allowed to take people with him. Right, yeah, that's ending soon too. Because why do we need to have everyday people go on vacations? Nothing's working at home. Yeah, you should stay home, fix your shit. Anyway, so those guys that like to use guns, NRA guys, right, whatever. So you need a target practice, right? Why do you use cans and not moving targets? I have a very large book of people that call themselves royals. Every color. I have blacks, I have caramel, I have white, and I have ashy. There's target lists. I think there's photos on them. None of them matter. I didn't give them the title. Here's the thing. When you're a star god, right? Okay, you have an ancient bloodline that's tied into cosmology and all of the anatomy. Great. Okay, that's my importance. It's also tied into like physics and computer science of a whole nother skin type, which we're not getting into in everyday pubics. Great. Okay, so now that we have our realities checked, there's only one. It's mine. And so here's the thing. I did not elect, I did not approve of Elizabeth, Charles, Philip, William, or any of them, and I keep telling you to kill them, so this way they don't have more kids, so you're like, oh my god, they just had a baby! Nobody gives a shit, and nobody's gonna give a shit, and all of the other nobody gives a shit, they were like, we were related to, like, whomever. No, you're not. Because none of you came to say hello to me, none of you introduced yourself to me, so none of you exist, but other people know you exist, and I don't care if, like, you go to the local Starbucks, like, I know that doesn't happen in your neck of the wood, but guess what? There's a valet somewhere or a driver that's gonna show up. Oh my god, I saw a bunch of, like Hollywood movies, like the driver shows up like, oh my god, Ray Donovan kind of style, and they're like, oh, have a nice day, right? Boom, done, and walk away, go, and you will now be a new prince to me, as far as I'm concerned. We'll have a contest. How many of the piece of shit royals that sold the pubics out and Star Goddess, right, anything that served in a uniform that maybe went to the arid desert for a 20-year vacation, right, I'm sure that you have, like, really good skills, right? Yeah, okay, great. So if you can take some of those skills, maybe dress up like an actor or whatever, for, like, a valet. I mean, I know that these pieces of shit, like royals, they like to be driven around everywhere. So why don't you just show up for that job, shoot them in the head, switch cars, and we'll go about our lives. We can fix the world. Right, why don't we try that? I mean, I don't understand. 41 years, what's taking you all so long? There's only one God, I'm she. There's one Niklaus, that's him. And then there's a whole bunch of fakers and liars and cheats, and they need to be executed. So why are the guys in the uniforms not doing such a thing? Right, there's 4 colors. I know they all lie about their money, their whatever. They don't have anything. I have all the resources in the world. I own the science and the life programming system. We call it the beach of sand and all the grains on it. Yeah, okay, so that's me. Right. I don't have access to fixing any of it, though, currently, because I'm here as a stupid human in pubics where people don't teach me anything. They don't talk to me. They ignore me completely. Right, but yet, like, I know that there are other people in the world functioning at levels that they're not allowed access to and they're not granted. So, how do we kill all of those people if we grew up together like a big cluster of white and black? Right. Might scare a little caramel. I don't know. Are they cooperating? I know it's easy. Listen. You're black, I'm white, I'm not trying to be you, you're not trying to be me, I'm not trying to sleep with your wife, you're not trying to sleep with my husband. We're good, okay, perfect. We're complete opposites, but we can get along and we can get something done. Great. I don't know, can we trust Caramel? Oh, do we have the same agreement? I don't know. I thought we did. I mean, the gentleman that came in, like, the Ranger game at Chase, I mean, he was really nice. I thought I could trust him, right? I don't know why, like, oh my God, why did I get Tia Frio? Like, why did I get saddled with him, right? More time wasted where bullets work fucking faster, hello?